That would be nice too for them.
Speaking of Lonzo Ball, there's been a lot of talk that he's a bust.
Yeah, a lot of people are calling Lonzo a bust. Luckily for Lonzo, he had a good game against Steph Curry because his father said very famously a year ago, "My boy can beat Steph Curry right now."
And he had almost
finally had the mismatch, and for 4 quarters, he had a better game than Steph Curry.
I think he almost had a triple-double. He was just
he had 15 points, I believe, 12 assists, or 10 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Oh, something like that.
5 rebounds, 10 assists, and 15 points. He had a moment where he scored some points in a row, got the crowd involved. But through 4 quarters, Steph Curry only had 13 points. Lonzo Ball had 15 points. Lonzo did not score in overtime. Whereas Steph Curry scored, I believe, 15 in overtime. He showed why he's an MVP caliber player.
I don't know why they have this complaint towards Lonzo Ball. If you watch his game, he's more of a team player. He's always been the type of team player.
He's very teammates better.
What I've noticed that I like the stats of when I see the players that he guards.
Yes.
Their numbers are never that good.
No.
Like when he played against Wall's numbers, I think he had just under 10 points.
Right.
Lillard didn't score that well against him. It's like he's been playing well on defense, which he's been known for, and he's been doing well at passing the ball.
Well, he knows the game. He has a high basketball IQ.
He
defends well. He passes well. He rebounds well.
The issue that they focus on mainly on is his scoring, and not of the missed shots is the fact of him not taking the shots.
Yeah. That's not his game.
That's not his game.
It's like saying Rondo need to take more shots.
Rondo now is starting to try to get a little bit jumper.
And I remember them complaining about but why did he need to? I got Ray Allen, I got Garnett, I got Paul Pierce, I got Tony Eddie House. My job is to distribute the basketball.
The same person that I just credited just recently, Dennis Schroeder, was not a good shooter when he came in. He was more of a defense, and he played more of the passing role.
Correct.
His jump shot got way better as he progressed on. So, to notch on a man, even his also competitor, Ben Simmons, having probably rookie of the year, coming in, bearing an injury.
Oh, yeah.
Even probably an injury. He's averaging a triple-double.
Okay.
He might actually make the All-Star game as a rookie at this point. Not a great shooter.
For sure. You seen the hacker Ben?
Now they have the hacker Ben. 30 free throw attempts.
24 and a quarter. That's more than Shaq. Like,
jeez. But
I didn't understand that.
But this is my thing. Like, I'm not hearing that, Ben Simmons is a bust.
Or that he needs to figure out how to shoot a free throw.
He needs to figure it out. No. They're saying, he's still having an electrifying game. Lonzo Ball's having the same thing. I just think they have more of that hatred. That his father puts him in that level.
What's kind of crazy about it, Lonzo Ball is actually 17th in the league in defensive win shares.
You see?
Like, he's next to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Mm-hmm. These are stars right here.
That's impressive.
And he's a rookie.
That's impressive, I will say.
So to say that he's having a bust type season, no.
You're not paying attention.
Like this is not Kwame Brown right now. Literally. This is a different league.
They said that Kwame Brown even gave more of a chance of you thinking that he's not a bust. Like I heard that the other day. At least Kwame Brown, you saw he physically he still had a chance to at least be dominant. Like physically, you're saying Lonzo showing you that he has a skill for the game, but you're telling me because Kwame looks stronger and bigger, he'll eventually figure it out.
Oh, because he aggressively fell to the floor when he missed shots. He was better.
The ball. He just looked so much more dominant.
Scoring 4 points a game.
Come on, man.
In one rebound. All right.
And it's back there. I'll get to the Grizzlies in a second. Because they drafted Hasheem Thabeet and ruined that man's career.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
Ruined O.J. Mills' career today. But we'll get to that. But back to the Lonzo Ball. So, the person that everybody compared Lonzo Ball to in college, and that to this moment people still compare his game to, was one of the greatest point guards in the game in Jason Kidd. When they asked Jason Kidd, what do you think about you and Lonzo's game is different? And he said, aggression. That's about it. Like, if you see everything else about their games, it's the same. He passes the ball forward just as much as Kidd. He looks for teammates as much as Kidd did. He's a fine passer, the way Kidd was. The difference is, Kidd was a hustler. As in, he would go after every loose ball. He would be trying to get a steal on every possession, a deflection, every possession. He was a gambler. He wasn't an up-front defender. He was a gambler. He tried to get steals. And if we look at the stats the stats will prove out that they're very similar. And through 18 games, we could have been calling Jason Kidd a bust then. If we would have said then this idea that, oh, look, Lonzo doesn't look aggressive enough, or the way he plays the game ain't aggressive enough. If you watch tape of Jason Kidd in his rookie year, he's doing virtually the same things that Lonzo Ball is doing. Throwing the ball ahead to Jim Jackson or Jamal Mashburn and then going to the corner, or running a pick and roll and then giving it to the big and then running to the corner. Turning down open shots to pass it to somebody else. You see a lot of the same things that Lonzo's doing right now. Mm-hmm. So let's go into the stats. Lonzo Ball, first 18 games, averages 33 minutes a game, 11 shots a game, is shooting 30% from the field, 23% from three, but he's taking almost 5 3-point attempts a game, 4.8. He's averaging 8.9 points, 7.4 rebounds, 6.9 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.9 blocks, almost a block a game, on 2.6 turnovers a game, which is pretty good for a point guard. It's under 3. Jason Kidd. Now I went through and did the math, broke all the numbers down. Through his first 18 games, was averaging 36 minutes a game, mm-hmm. giving 9 shots per game. So he wasn't even taking as many shots as Lonzo Ball. It's this idea that Lonzo's been too tentative as a rookie. He's averaging almost 12 shots a game. Jason Kidd barely averaged 9 per game through his first 18 games. Jason Kidd was shooting also a horrible percentage. He only shot 33% through his first 18 games to Lonzo's 30%. So from the 3-point line, Jason Kidd shot a miserable 13% from the 3-point line through 18 games, whereas Lonzo's shooting 23%. Yeah, I heard a stat that said that Lonzo Ball is the worst shooting 3-point percentage player in the NBA right now. Well, we can only imagine how bad Jason Kidd would have been then.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What they were saying about him.
And Jason Kidd only took 2.1 threes per game, as to where Lonzo takes almost 5. So this idea that Lonzo is turning down too many shots, he's being too tentative, or he's scared because he has a bad form, the stats don't say that.
First off, it's a lot of hatred towards LeVar.
Correct. I want to get to LeVar too in a second.
Yeah, I was actually bringing that into this situation.
But just quickly to run into the stats. So the points, Jason Kidd averaged 8.7 points per game, where Lonzo averages 8.9. So if Kidd was so much more aggressive, how was Lonzo averaging more points? Well, again, let's talk statistics if we're gonna talk. Numbers don't lie, right? Because I'm hearing a lot of opinions.
You know what they're doing? They're comparing Jason Kidd's career to Lonzo Ball's
first 20 games.
No, Lonzo Ball's career. Yeah, unfortunately, it's only 20 games.
Correct.
So it's how can you make the comparison?
So I heard Jason Kidd was more aggressive on the defensive end. Jason Kidd was more aggressive as a player. Well, Jason Kidd only averaged 5.9 rebounds a game. Lonzo averaged 7.4. Like he's top 20 in the NBA in rebounding.
So
as a rookie point guard,
if you're averaging 7.7 rebounds and
7.4,
and then was
5.9 for Jason Kidd.
No, that's 6 point something.
6.9 assists.
So that means that you're grabbing rebounds, but yet you're still able to get the ball down the court fast enough to try to get the ball in the basket.
Correct. He's actually rebounding, doing something that Magic did well. Rebound the ball and push it himself. Jason Kidd did it well also, but Lonzo seems to be a better rebounder, mostly because he's bigger. Yeah, Lonzo's 6'6". Jason Kidd was about 6'3".
Yeah.
Moving on. So now, on the assist level, we know Jason Kidd was a fine passer. One of the best passers to ever do it. Jason Kidd averaged through 18 games 7.4 assists per game. Whereas Lonzo Ball, also a passing point guard, averaged 6.9 assists through his first 18 games. Wow, seems pretty close. Also, so the one thing that we said Jason Kidd was great at was hustling for the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He was great at picking pockets. He trained with Gary Payton as a kid. Gary Payton was his neighbor. Gary Payton is considered the best defensive point guard ever. So, back into that, Jason Kidd averaged 2.4 steals per game through his first 18 games, which is actually one of the tops in the league at that time.
2.4 is it's 2.4 right now is probably top in the league.
Yeah, I believe Paul George leads the league at 2.3 steals per game.
So
he would even lead
highly
the league right now.
He'd be the best rookie in the league.
Yes. Whereas Lonzo, respectable, he's top tier, 1.4 steals per game. Whereas the difference now becomes Jason Kidd only averaged 0.2 blocks per game through 18, whereas Lonzo Ball averages 0.9, almost a block a game. But this, I think, can be attributed to Lonzo Ball is 6'6", Jason Kidd is 6'3". Now, the other thing where they said Jason Kidd was better with the ball, no, he wasn't. Jason Kidd averaged 2.7 turnovers per game through 18 games, whereas Lonzo only averages 2.6. So this idea that Jason Kidd was better with the ball, and no, same around, about the same turnovers. He did average a little bit more assists, but Lonzo was averaging a little bit less turnovers. I can even go a step further. We can go to college and compare Lonzo Ball's freshman year to Jason Kidd's freshman year. Stats again become extremely close. So let's go through Lonzo. 36 games, averaged 35 minutes a game, scored 14.6 points, 6.0 rebounds, 7.6 assists, shot 55% from the field, 41% from three-point line, 67% from the free throw line, which is not good, 2.47 turnovers, 1.83 steals, and 0.77 blocks. Whereas Jason Kidd, his freshman year at California, he played in 29 games at 31.8 minutes per game, 13 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game, 7.7 assists. 7.7 assists. Lonzo averaged 7.6. Field goal percentage, he averaged 46% field goal percentage for Jason Kidd in college, freshman year, to Lonzo's 55%. 3-point percentage for Jason Kidd, he struggled his whole entire career to the latter half of his career, with 28% to Lonzo's 41%. Free throw percentage for Jason Kidd, 65% to Lonzo's 67%, where Jason Kidd again was phenomenal. He averaged a college best 3.79 steals per game for this freshman college year. 3.79. That's almost 4 steals a game. That's ridiculous. But he also averaged 3.86 turnovers per game as a freshman. So the stats again mirror each other. Jason Kidd was better picking the pocket. Lonzo's a little better of a straight up defender. He can defend better because he's a little bigger. Jason Kidd was a little better of a passer. Lonzo Ball is a very good passer in his own right. Like comparable to Jason Kidd, maybe not as great, but very comparable to. But he's a better rebounder than Jason Kidd. And he has a better shot already than Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is a little bit more aggressive, probably knows the game a little better at this point than Lonzo Ball, but they're extremely comparable. Lonzo Ball is in fine hands. You're looking at the modern Jason Kidd playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I was glad to see Brandon Ingram go up against the person he was compared to, Kevin Durant, and go at him. He went at him. He wanted to prove, like, yo, I can play too.
I can play just as well. I ain't no bust. And I think sometimes these analysts just need to relax. Like, it's only the first half of the season. Not even a half. First quarter. You didn't even get to the January yet.
And he's what is he, 19?
Yeah.
He's a one and done. Didn't even have several years.
His brother just came from jail.
Well, I believe Jason Kidd did 3 years in college before he even came to the league.
And he's only trained by his father.
Matter of fact, yeah, Jason Kidd did 3 years in college before he came to the league. He was already turning 22 when he was a rookie. Yes, whereas Lonzo was just turned 20 this year. He would have been 2 years older at that point.
So that doesn't make any sense. But like I said, all of this stringing from LeVar Ball. They have that beef towards him. All the talk he spoke about his son. He even had a little situation where he said the Lakers are too soft on his son. He said they should be winning more games, and this is the reason why. And he knows his son better. He probably knows, like, they probably let his son lay back and be like, oh, don't worry about it, and he's more aggressive with
I
his
think
son.
what he means is, like, they're not forcing Lonzo to be the vocal point.
Yeah.
You know, they're allowing players like Poe to get moments where he has his little run to run the ball and the offense goes through Poe. With Clarkson, where they're running through Clarkson. He feels like his son should take more control of the game and everything. And I could agree with that. I also feel like LeVar's doing a great job of boosting up his son.
He boosts up his son, he takes all the heat.
Criticism.
He loves all the heat.
For Lonzo. When even his jump shot is broken, he's like, it goes in, don't it? Mm-hmm. My son gonna make the shot if you give him the shot. Like, I love the fact that
he's always with his son.
Fact.
And I find that they try so hard to tear him apart.